de zomer de zwaartestof van soort van hoofdsoort.
Heb jij die al betaald met je lidmaatschap?
Nou, mijn lidmaatschap loopt door in de zomer.
Vroeger was de lidmaatschap meer, dan betaal je dan in de zomer niet. Nu hebben we het minder gemaakt, maar je betaalt het hele jaar door. Je bent een keer tot je komt zelf. Maar dat is voor mijn tijd hoor.
Ja, dat is best wel.
Fly wants to be accepting the spot. I don't want to crush him. Last session. You'll have a good lunch. Nobody says no, really bad. But it was good, maybe. Good. I will do some more techniques and I will go through it. And I think it's helpful because I saw the Shirori Kubudori Semponaga and then we practiced the principles for a long time yesterday, and then we started doing that and it all goes overboard. And don't worry about it, but that's interesting. It's interesting. I know also for myself, sometimes I start and it's just not there yet. I have to warm up in a way, get all the principles and everything. But yeah, I think you already understand it, but that should be a focus, to be in this state, this Aikido state, so you don't fight. And we were talking about it also in the break. And maybe I'll figure out some exercise when we start to practice it, to make sure that you don't start fighting. Because it was really funny what you said, like the first time when you do Aikido, what do you hear about Aikido? When you're a beginner, you hear about Aikido, you just started, what will you say? Aikido is it's love, or what would you say? Peaceful art, or blah blah blah. And then you go to the dojo and you kind of hold someone and you push him down. Right? So, and it's logical, it's okay. It's so hard to get the techniques in your system, so you're so busy with all those things. But at some point, you really should get into the experience of this oneness, being one with the universe, which sounds a bit big and fake maybe, but someone connects to you and allow this connection, allow it in your system, or allow this whole structure of your tandembol or whatever you think of, allow this energy in, so it's everywhere, and then just you move yourself with this energy. Right? And so with this turning we did it a little bit, that feeling. Often when someone holds you, you stop this key. I don't want to get it in, and I just want to do something with it and get rid of it. But then you're still fighting, right? So there's still an interaction with something outside yourself, and you're kind of interacting with it. So you can see it as playing or fighting, or it comes in, and you just allow it. You're so relaxed, it just goes into your whole system. And if he pushes further, then it will go to the ground naturally, because you're standing on the ground and you're just solidly standing there. With this feeling, with this connection, Peter Kelly explained about in Ryokyu, so from O Sensei, it's this attractive force, kind of what you allow, attract it inside yourself. So let's see, we sit for a moment with our eyes closed and then we practice with that. chest, I'm not holding with everything I have, but just I'm holding you back. And you want to move there, you walk forward. Yes. So you saw, you were quite relaxed. My force was a bit stronger, I increased it. And then you felt, oh, that's a bit of strong force. And then you decide, okay, I'm gonna respond to it, and then I move forward. So there was kind of a reaction to my force with a pushing against it. Now if you just, you can say use your principles, but just normally you walk forward. I'm not holding you, you just walk forward. Yes. So and if you now go back, I touch you again. So this is a bit funny. I'm touching you is different than not touching you, but then allow it. You relax, you keep all your tanden, and you feel the feeling, but it just goes into your system. There's no reaction to it. And when you have this feeling, it's really inside of you. You don't stop it, whatever, and just walk forward. Yes. There was no response to it. Do you feel? There's no reaction to it because the reaction already took place before he started moving, right? The reaction took place here. He allowed it in his system. Now it's already handled with. It's dealt with. It's absorbed. Right? And so now you can just move, because it doesn't matter what's here. You move yourself, because it's already absorbed. You just move forward. Hold on, just take the time to absorb it. This is in your body, and you have your own principles, but you don't hold it out, you just allow it inside. And now it's dealt with. So you move what you want to do, you just move. It's already dealt with, so he doesn't have to do anything. Right? So we will do this test, but to give you an example, if you do kategori, like his energy is already dealt with now. Now I don't have to do anything with his energy, I just move myself. This is what I'm doing. You deal with it at the moment, even before touching in a way. Right? But normally what do? Okay, let's deal with it now. So maybe I'm over here and I push against you, and you know what I mean? You can recognize it maybe. So you allow this energy, he comes, now I already allow it. I allow this to happen, and it's just, now it's in my system and I move myself. I'm not forcing him down or whatever. Right? How does it feel when you feel that?
More, we are more close. I just keep looking for something. And then my movement, I keep searching, keep looking for something to grab.
Oh, yeah. Exactly. So it keeps on extending. But when I give something, when you come again and you keep on looking and I give something, you see, I'm stopping it. I don't allow it in my system. Now he's looking inside him and he found it, and he's going to attack this point. But if I'm just relaxing and you look inside me, and even if you make it stronger, you just keep on looking, it doesn't matter, I'm just here. He's looking inside of me. If I start to block it, now he can push against me. I become tense, I just stop his movement, I want to keep it out. You know what I mean? So that's really always the feeling in all the techniques. Doesn't matter what you do. If you come, you see Rodi, still this energy comes and I just allow it. It doesn't matter. It's not like you come, now you have something and he's attacking me exactly where I'm blocking him, where I don't allow it. So maybe the simplest way is to do this, like this, allow it, take it in your system. Then it's gone. This whole attack thing, or whatever, this connection thing is gone. It's totally absorbed, and then you just move yourself, move your universe. And I feel there's no reaction. Also for me, I have no intention to stop it or change it. But if you don't allow it, if it just goes in and maybe it is only come to this part, and you move, and I really feel, yeah, this is nice, I want to hold it, and it's easier to hold also, because he's only moving this. Yeah, so play with it a little bit.
Oh, ik dacht, oh, ja, wat ben jij niet zo
Point of start.
Ja, ja. Niks. Ja. Wat je zegt, dus er komt iets en dan je op. Je voelt dan wat ik druk. Ik ben nu met jou bezig. Ja, maar dat is één. Je kan niet meer doen wat je wil. Ze schijnt zo als ik doe. Als je niet een beetje corrigeert, dan is het zo.
Ja, en dan triggert dat. Ja.
Als je opeens je rugzak afvalt, dan net niet, dus gewoon door. To go away. Het hele licht pak je heel snel weer over, maar dat is wel logisch eigenlijk. Als iemand die wil iets bij je, dan accepteer je en dan accepteer je dat. Ja, echt? Ja, er zit er toch nog iets van. Ja, je moet gewoon even die gewicht goed leggen. Ja. Nee, maar ik maak het gewicht net naar beneden. Niet tegen, ik beweeg mijzelf, ik beweeg mijn gas.
Ja, weet je wel. En dan ga je een keer aan die wel over.
Maar nu, ja, we zijn heel snel. Ja, dit is extreem. Ja, maar dit is misschien wel een situatie die je niet kan waarmaken. Juist, ja. Dat is Zo nemen. Als je op plaats staat. Ja. Maar ik ben ook, ik ben niet hier bezig, hè? Ja. Goed. Maar wat hij zegt. Dat gebeurt niet. Dat lijkt spannend. Dan is het ook wel een enta. Je moet ook niet denken dat je boven natuurlijk begichtigd bent. Waarom zou je dat allemaal weten? Zie je nou eens? Gewoon nog meer. Ja, oh ja, dat is mooi. Ja, ja. Ja. Dus ik had ze. Oké, ja, doen. En ik. Ja, maar mijn hart is niet verstoord. Ja. Ja. Maar als ik jouw prestatie door is, dan neem je ook op. Ja. Je zit toch. Je zit toch. Ja.
It's difficult because I am here and you are there.
Eigenlijk maakt het steeds gelijk. Nu zijn we Zwitsers dan verandert alles. Dat al kan doen. Als jij als jouw ziel dan ga je niet blijven maken. Dan is er een heel mechanisme niet in werking gekomen. Nee. Dat is wel heel goed. Ja, dat is het weer gaan lopen. Ja. Nu ga je spelen. En dan is het altijd anders. Ja, ik ben niet noodzakelijk. Ja, maar wel paar is het het is niet zo van. Ja, dit zit voor jezelf. Oké. Very sweet.
Thinking about when I was doing Aikido a longer time ago, and then I was at a seminar, and there was a teacher, and then explaining something, or being with sensei, and he explained something, and then you really want to do that. You really focus. Oh, he's saying that. I want to do that. What does he mean? Oh, do I do it correctly? Maybe you know that feeling, right? You hear it, but it's a little similar because you're not allowing it in. You're not just relaxed and just let it. It's like it goes through you. It's absorbed, and then at one point he asks you to stand up and you do something, and you just start doing something, but you don't allow it in, and then you start to apply that what was being taught and really working with that, and still you're kind of in this fighting state. I don't know if it's the right words, but maybe you know what I mean. And now I notice for quite some time already, like I think since I go to Japan in 2007, so I was quite relaxed. I was sitting there, and of course you heard it before, that's helpful. But most of you have heard all these things before from Yuishinkai principles and techniques. And, so for example, this one, you probably have seen it many times, right? So you don't have to really know what's going on. You just relax and maybe some memories come up, or maybe you get some insights, or maybe nothing. You stand up and you just start to move. So that's a good state. I remember one time I was in Japan and I arrived in the first class. I thought, oh yeah, I have to do my best. So I heard sensei and he goes, what are you doing? Why are you so tense? I just tried my best to really hold him. Yeah, sorry, sensei, you're right. I just relax and do nothing. Right? So that's the best state. You have to get comfortable in it, and I know there is a start. Like Louis, for example, you're starting now, you get formed, so it's not easy to relax and do it subconsciously. You have to be aware and consciously doing things. But the longer you do it, and I know you have many techniques already, you don't have to think about so much, right? So then I look at others who are practicing way longer. If you always start to think about this, it doesn't get into you. So, and you were just doing this test. Did it work? Did you have some experience with it? Could you really feel like this is the pressure coming in, but I just isolate it. I keep it here, and when I move, or I just let it happen, let it go through, and then it's gone, and then I move this whole being that I am. Right? And it's really good. Is there something that you notice which comes to mind now that you like really jumped out for you when you were doing
For
this?
the first time I could feel it.
Could you describe the feeling?
I could allow it. The person who's touching me.
Yeah, nice.
I never had the experience before, so it's quite something.
Can you imagine? So yeah, exactly. And that's great. You allowed the other person to touch you.
Yes.
And I think that's really well put. It's really well put, because when you do, for example, Katadori Ikkyo, you don't allow it. You don't allow him to touch you, to connect to you. You just want to deal with it and get rid of it, right? Because you do Ikkyo, we do martial art, and just allow it to happen. And then from this allowing, this dissolving, this move yourself, move the universe.
For me, it was like putting on a backpack when you have to shift your weight balance a little bit out. You just adjust your system for carrying the backpack. The same happened when he applied pressure. I just took it in me and we moved as one, like he was on my back
Yeah.
instead of in front of me.
Yeah, that's nice. Good example. Backpack, just this weight is just resting, and then it becomes part of your structure. And also your mind. I notice I did with some people, they hold me back, and when I just don't allow it, I feel my mind is constantly connecting with it and dealing with it, checking. So my mind is kind of active, but when I allow it, there's no activity in my mind. I'm just relaxed and I move forward. I'm aware of it, so there is perception of it. I can perceive it, and there's awareness, and there's a backpack, and there's someone here. But it doesn't influence my state. My mind doesn't get active like, oh, do I need to push, pull, do I need to push hard? Oh wow, he's really strong. Those things don't come up because the mind just is in rest. So that's a long explanation for something quite simple. It's just a feeling that you just had. So I'm a little bit in doubt because I want to explain Katadori and Ikkyo, and also with the principles, and I think we will do it after another exercise, because if we do it now, your mind will be super active again, and then it's really hard to be in this state, because you will notice these things. We were talking about, like, in the beginning you learn principles and techniques and all tips in techniques, and for example you come in, you're a Christmas tree, your first class, you're empty, no balls in it, no lights. And then you learn a principle, and then you learn a technique, and you learn tips and techniques. And in the end, you're like a Christmas tree carrying all these things. And then you do your Aikido and thinking about all those things. It's like, that's not working, right? In the end, there's no Christmas tree, there's no technique, there's no principle, there's no me, there's no you. There's nothing. Maybe it's a little difficult to jump. That's basically how it is. It's one of the best ways to proceed. But you still have to get your Christmas tree. You have to go to the dojo. You have to know all the balls. You have to know all the lights. But then just there's no Christmas tree, right? Yeah, it's funny. And it's the same with me and you. If you come to me and I experience that, so I feel that your eye is coming, then it will never work. You know? Because I'm always dealing with me and you. I am moving you, you are attacking me, you are touching me, I have to respond. It will never work. My mind is in the wrong state. My mind is active, and in India they explain some ego games and mind games and just how it works. Basically, ego says I and I. It's like, I don't want to be controlled by you, and I want to control you. I am right and you're wrong. So basically that will always happen, so you're always in a fight. And when you see, oh, I'm wrong, then I will just turn and twist to not allow it to admit it. That's when ego is active, when I am active. And I don't say I is wrong, I is very good. Who am I? And create yourself and build it up and create a really great I. And really enjoy it, make the best friends with it, and make the right choices in life that you're really happy with the I. Good, strong I that adds something to the world, to your own life, or whatever you want. Or be miserable if you want. Maybe that's not a choice. It happens sometimes. But build it. But then in the end, when you do Aikido, just leave it out. Maybe we shouldn't say Aikido. Yeah. Yeah, no Kido. So this is only about understanding, but it's an experience. So we were playing with it, so maybe we can do it. 2 volunteers. Who wants to do it? Oh, Paul and yes, and Jonathan. So there's no form. There's also no I, but maybe still now what should I do at this moment? But there's no I. So just something happens, and maybe we can even say the one starts and the other one starts. Also, that doesn't happen. So just interaction is happening. I step out and interaction is happening. Very bad. I don't know. Great, I could watch the rest of the seminar, but we will stop it. But you see what's happening? And I is coming up, and then I is dissolving, and all kinds of things are happening, and it's really great. Maybe can you say something about your experience, just short?
It was nice trying to turn off the active part of my mind and just try and feel. Remember to feel the principles in my movement. Didn't always happen, I'll be honest. I was thinking of the attack or flying a little bit still sometimes, and it's like just bringing it back to myself as I move, and then feeling what happens, move with it, and just let it go.
Sounds good, yeah.
Just stay as relaxed as possible. Not predict, not preempt, not really think. I didn't know what I was going to do at any point, so it's just a case of move or not move.
Did you feel sometimes I comes up, so I want to move you in this direction, and then you go,
Yeah,
oh,
every now and then you sort of, I felt a bit sorry for Paul because
why? What came up with?
because I know Paul, so I'm Paul's teacher, so I felt like he might feel a bit intimidated. So I wanted to make him feel relaxed.
Yeah, good.
So
it's funny because you could even see that interaction, like the teacher-student thing. But it's great. It's just very natural. So this is the best. How do you say opdracht? Like instruction for you now to go practice. There's no instruction, so maybe it's good if there's two human beings, and then from it's even too much. So I just stopped talking.
Have fun, buddy.
It's got crack.
Yeah.
What I'm good at. Playing the fool in your way.
Kan ik iets voor u doen?
Hey, Martijn.
Getting young, you know. As young. Don't really know. Can you check that one? Don't worry. Zo weet het. Behoorlijk. Gaat hij fight? Moet net niet zo worden. Ja. Dan doen we wauw, ja, mooi. Nou, dat is great. Okay. Thank you very much. Ja. Dankjewel. Oké, dat is
Let's turn it on video so you can watch it back. You want some relaxing thing on your TV playing while you're sitting in your room? Yeah, probably. Yeah. So let's go back to the relative world. So now it's easier to start and I explain as me and you. But if you look back, it was really fun to see. So many things were happening. There were eyes, there were no eyes, there was so many things, all kinds of movements. It's going well, all of a sudden going, and then I'll try to get back, and so many things. I think this is really good Aikido. So you're obviously everybody here is at the stage that they can do this, so maybe you don't have to learn much more of the principles and things, but it's probably helpful. I like it still to learn, so maybe you like it too. Nice. Also, your father came, right?
Yep.
So I saw someone with the camera, and he said, I'd like to take a photo of this, so please say more photos.
That's right.
So later we have something to look back on. That's nice. Yeah, good. Some experiences what popped out?
It was really interesting that it wasn't just me and the partner. You were kind of having to include the people around you in that eye, because otherwise you'd have thrown your partner at somebody else. And so sometimes I found myself losing separating the pair of us, because I'm trying to keep the partner off balance to keep it flowing. But where the natural fall would have been, there was somebody there, and then to include them in that space so that you could not injure anybody else while feeling that.
Sounds good. Now it's not only two person, but the whole community working together. Yeah, that's good. The first thing I noticed also, they started there, and like, okay, hopefully they're aware about the surroundings also. It's a great example, and I think everybody started to feel it. It's like not only, it's like many things interacting. It's wonderful to see it. Some more things what came up? Just
well, the form was not in the way. So when you have a form in your head, you are already at a plan. But now it was like freestyle in a very playful way. Just move and see what happens or what's possible. So there's no form that is asking you questions. You're doing right.
It's not forcing it in a direction. It's just more. Maybe it's more close to Takamuso Aiki. It comes up naturally what fits the situation. And playfulness, so there's some kind of feeling can come up, like blissful feeling, almost like a happy feeling, like this is great, I'm just enjoying this playing.
It's quite an interesting moment, quite a nice moment when both people's feeling of I happened at the same time.
Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Suddenly, there was some like real, and even sometimes it was both people maybe suddenly being a bit polite to think, maybe I should let the other person do this or do that, and it sometimes both came together.
Yeah, good.
Quite naturally.
Yeah.
It's quite nice.
And I think that with Sarah, you go to sort of throw. You suddenly realise you can't go, so you back off, and then she comes back in and takes over the technique and enters as a counter.
Nice. I saw those moments also happening with you too. It's nice. Yeah. Yeah, at one point I was looking like, I want to play too. It's so fun. It was good, but yeah, it's nice.
That's the feeling of fun.
Oh, that's the feeling. Good. So. Let's do some practical things. I also realized that maybe some practical things will help you also later. You come back home and you're like, because if you do this all the time, maybe you think, I didn't learn anything. I think you learn the most. I give some practical things, some more, and then play with it also. It's more form. So it's we can do it. It's a katadori. So you do katadori, and I make a movement. And to start, we use these tanden. So you drop your armpit and your elbow. So you come, and I drop those two. This is the feeling. So I come again, I drop those two. Basically, just feel this. Yeah. Yeah. For me, it's getting not to go. Okay, it's a good start. I think you can still stand up, but maybe make some space for so the recording is actually so they can see what I'm doing. What does your arm do when you do the catch of the katadori? Can someone show me what does your arm do? Only the arm, please. Yes. So basically it's this and this. This. So you just relax your elbow in your armpit and go up and go down. That's all you do. But what do you do normally when someone comes? Right? It's only this. This feels natural. Do it again. So it's a very natural feeling, right? Like, since I said this time again, I just only up and down. Right? Now do it like this. And this. Feel the difference. What feels better? What's a nicer feeling? First one, huh? Normally the second one is the answer. You become smarter. You're lucky. But this is the feeling, but then that's not enough. So if you come to me, for example, if you come there and you come and I only do this, it's not really working, right? So something needs to happen. So if I look at the principles, what am I doing? What happens? Why is this working? What do I need in the rest of my system to make this work?
Like connection. Plug in.
So I'm standing here, my thumb elbow goes there, and then I do this.
First connection, make a connection.
Yeah, right, yeah. Right, yeah, I'm receiving. But in a physical way, when the
Step
body
back.
starts to move.
Step.
Step. So what I have to do is first this. It's really a small thing. So do it. When you stand in Hammi, your back leg, just rotate your heels, so your feet, your toes, your knee, this hip is all in line and it's all in this line. Right, so you stand, and then when I rotate this, see what happens? Quite a lot is happening. Even if I just do this now, if you come again, and I rotate my see? Many things happened already compared to this. Right? But I didn't do this. See, nothing happened, but my upper body starts to rotate. Maybe when you're in the matrix and he comes, you can do a right? I'm in the matrix moving. So I rotate like this. So watch yourself when you do it. When you stand like this, you rotate the heels, so your toes in line, the knees in line, and the hip is in line. And see how this rotation goes through your body. Your hip moves, your shoulder moves, without you ever move something in your body. You only move the heel. Get that feeling more. Every repeated is helpful. Otherwise you only understand it. Rotate. Rotate. I'm not sure if you can mimic it, but imagine someone's coming and do your natural way. So someone's coming and do your natural way to do this one. And check what's happening with your foot. Checking your body, what's naturally. Someone really comes to grab, what is your response? Okay, you feel the difference? It starts somewhere else. For example, you say here, it starts often somewhere else. Right? You're really busy, but you forgot to do the first step. You build a foundation. You build your house, but not the first layer of bricks. Yeah, so you start with the second layer, which can be the first layer anyway. It drops down. Huh? So that's one. So next, do this. Your hands like this. This is a basic posture for all the defenses. And it looks quite nice also, I guess. And you leave one hand, so you have only one hand up. This is basic exercise, basic feeling to protect myself. Right. Munatsuki. And now we're looking at Katadori. Katadori. So you turn your heel and you do this feeling. Now I got my center line. My center line is protected. He wants to come to me. I got my center line. When I step back, I drop down. So I wipe this whole area out. I just wiped it out. Whatever came here in this space, I got it. So heel, up and down. Heel, up, down. Heel. Thing about the grabbing, then we do it with a partner. So if you come again, make sure that you can see it. I try to be see-through, but it's really hard for me. So if you are there, you cannot see my hand, what I'm going to explain now. So make sure that you can see this. So I'm here, and then my hand just falls over it. See, I'm here in the center, and this falls over it, and then straight down. Cut the fingers. I see this. I see happen a lot. Or here maybe. We did it before, but Sensei always explains to the finger. Do you remember why you grabbed the finger? In Jiu-Jitsu, you cannot say anything.
Yeah, when we do the Aikido, that's what you're explaining for the Aikido.
Yeah, but you already know, so I try to. Why am I grabbing the fingers and not here? Exam bonus points. Since I said like the judo, you grab here, but it's the strongest part. If he's really stable, it's hard to move him. If I want to lift him up and I try the upper arm, but you just extend key, keep your natural posture, it's really hard to move this. Right? If I go here a little bit further from his center, it's still hard to move. Try to stay in the right posture. Still hard to move, but more easy. Easier than this, and this was the strongest. If I grab the hand, keep the same posture. More easy, but still difficult. If I grab the finger, keep a good posture, it's quite easy to start to move it. And it's the hardest for you to resist. Right? So you're at the end. That's why you grab the finger. Move the finger. So we do it all together. Heel, this posture, now here fold over and drop it down. So you have the, and also don't leave space. Like here in between. Your small hand is just resting on it. It's resting, and so it's really melting together. My feeling is always like it melts together. It's not like I'm holding something that I want to turn. I just melt together and I move my own arm. Right? So all together, heel is down. Heel is down. Yeah. Emoticons openen.
So carry on from there. Yeah. Step back. About there, so you should carry on the technique. So even if you are not going to carry on, make sure you're in a position you can carry on.
That's right. Ja, that's what should do.
So from there and then forward, to get the feeling of just moving that and let that translate into movement as well. Your foot seems like you're trying to do something with it. As you rotate, you effectively come from the heel, so you've got the movement back from that. So from there, that's in the centre line, and that's the first movement. So that heel up, I've got that movement. So just reach out. So bring it from there. Just by doing that, I've got that movement forward. I can see your lower body trying to move back. So let's just do that. Let the whole of your body move. Does that make sense? So what I've done is drop that there and then move back from there. Literally move back and then I move back. So if the technique becomes very quickly, it doesn't matter, I don't get out of the way. I intercept it, drop, I can then move away. Head up. Yeah, I know. So even if it comes in quickly, you start moving earlier, so it doesn't matter that you're not moving quickly.
Yeah, strongly.
Okay. So before we do this flowing movement, we go back to Kotai to make sure that you really endorse a few points. It's like a drawing, remember with the points and the numbers? you go through the numbers to get the animal. But sometimes you miss the numbers here in Aikido, and it's like strange. It's a new animal. It's okay. That's great. It's very free. But let's get some points. So here, down. So as I go back, I step in with the empty step, and at the same point, my hand goes to my shoulder height. And look at my wrist. It's very relaxed. And look at my elbow. It's very relaxed. I still saw, and it's okay, but be aware for yourself. I still saw this happening quite a few times. But it's not about me seeing it, it's about you seeing it in yourself. So empty step, shoulder height. And the next one is when I go to lizard leg, at the same time my hand goes straight up. My hand goes straight up, not his. So, drop, moon shadow, lizard leg. Straight up. The result is in his arm, like, now it's like this. When I'm here, empty step, it's rotated a little bit. But not because I'm rotating you, I'm just moving myself now, so it'll be a little bit rotated. When I go up straight, now it's more rotated. You see, this happens. Because you're already doing Ikkyo. If you continue this, then you're in Ikkyo. Right? Like the same way if you do this, go to Gaishi, right? So you start this rotation. Moon shadow, lizard leg. I'm standing in lizard leg, and my hand is straight up, my ki is up. So when he's pushing against me, the ki goes up. If I'm pushing against you and you push against me, then you push me over, because my force against him. Straight up. Moon shadow, lizard leg. And if you want to play with it, throw your head up and your tandembo up. You remember? It will be very strong if you do that. 1, 2. Don't touch it, just be close, and this is straight up. Yeah? Very basic.
Definitely sarcasm, but
Yeah. It comes down to the floor and it's coming to that.
No, that's all right. No central line, why central line? I think you're there, so that's going to get that across your centre line and then. I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now you're jumping forward. Stay on the floor.
Yeah. You may have sacrificed the principle. Principle.
So if you stay like this.
You have scruples? yeah. So from there, yeah. Yeah, your sense is to my sense, yeah. So it stays from there. So if I come in there,
Dat is mooi dat je door hebt.
Nu sluit je op
Quite special.
Dan wil ik ook nog even dit. Eerst dat al die gidsen. Het zit helemaal. Het zit helemaal.
So lift up, bring arm up. Then lift his leg in. Bring your other arm up. No, just leave it as a distance check. So if you've gone over there.
Okay, yes. So, who did this basics like at least 2,000 times in his life? Please show me.
I lost count.
When? At 20 or at 6,000? Yeah.
Somewhere in between.
But I mean correctly this exact movement. Right? This movement. This. How many times did you do? Like twice in your lifetime. Yeah. But you also some more, I guess, that were resembling it. So this is like being correct and exact. This is basics, kotai. So now we're going to use it for some ryutai. I only did it to help you the right rotation, keep the right posture in your body and the right rotation. What we're going to do now is a little bit different, but quite similar. How can I get my hand up? What do I have to do in my body to get my hand up? Twist my hip.
Bring your tendon balls apart.
Apart. Yeah. Up.
Lift your shoulder blade.
My shoulder blade.
Just reach that way.
Ah, that makes sense. That looks like it. Yeah, good. Yeah. But to reach this way is, for example, if I have no body below this, can I do this? This will be like a flying arm in the air and just going up. I just want to help you that it starts here. The earth. It's quite simple. If we start and think about earth, I think we are earth. Like I think even with minerals in our water amount, it's all like earth. So we're kind of earthy. Stay connected to it. It's a good beginning. So here, from my foot behind, I'm going to correct the knee the toe, the knee and the hip, I'm going to correct it so it's in the same posture again. If I do that, it starts, right? And then this movement goes through me and goes up to the heaven. So then heaven and earth, I'm connecting, right? What happens a lot, I'm here and I'm going to vertically or horizontally, I'm going to push into him and then we have some war. Like I'm Holland, he's Italy, and then we just, Italy is stronger, so yeah. So it doesn't matter, so you can win, I don't want to fight. But it's just fighting, I don't want that. He comes to me and I'm going to connect heaven and earth. I'm going to be between the heaven and earth, and I'm going to be the thing, the being that is connecting it. It's quite great that we can do it. Right? I can also say I'm not connected to heaven and earth, blah blah blah, what a nonsense. I am going to push you. So I'm going to do it, and I know, and if I don't know, I will learn, and then I'll dominate you, for example, which is great. Empower yourself, and you can do it. But I don't know, I'm here, and first thing I just want to get my my best advisors, heaven and earth. Let's get them first. Yeah. From the earth, connect to heaven. Rotate, and I still have the same posture. Only I didn't do moon shadow, lifted leg, so just forget about that. Because I'm shifting my weight here, empty step, shift my weight here, and from here I'm going to rotate it up. Again. Here, shift my weight there, empty step, shift my weight here, and then I'm going to rotate it up. Yeah. Rotate it up. And then the rest will come like we will cut and go forward.
I am your formation. I'm not sure. Okay.
I'm not sure.
I don't know if I'm right.
Ja, ik heb wel bij jou om stapjes te doen.
Is that right? Straight up.
Yeah. So there's pressure down, there's pressure up.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Oh. Almost?
It's very clear to me. Really.
Classes, yes.
You master 2000.
You're so fast. Makes it more clinical. What's this?
Really, yes sir. I feel confident. Yeah.
Now we have to
Sit back. Sit back.
It's free. There's no maybe.
De andere kant alleen niet. And those build like tension. Nice. Ja, zit een beetje.
It's another kind of knowledge. Body language and all that.
It feels really I know no chance. Yeah, I make them when you make it.
Dat is training, spiraal. Ja, maar wat jij deed inderdaad.
Now,
Ik kan helemaal niet naartoe komen. Oh ja?
Now also when I have bottle, you have to catch it, right? Okay, good. So, back leg from the back, rotate up. So nothing towards the other one. Heel, step back, shift weight, drop down these, and then rotate up. And now from here, we will do a short exercise which is not the kata movement, but to show you that this is going to cut the center line. But this hand, can it cut until here? Can I rotate this hand and then bring it until here? Do you remember the feeling in your wrist when someone starts to do this? It's really painful feeling. It's like you're blocked and I cannot move. But the intention is I start to cut, and then when I start to cut, at one point I cannot go further. He will take ukumi and I just falls next to him. Yeah. But you have to be really soft, like more softer, because you feel the pain now, right? So this is like a sword. I will cut the center line. There's more my intention is cutting, and then when he starts to move, then it just falls next to him. But often what happens with Ikkyo, when you go down, what's the direction you choose? Next to the person, right? It happens a lot, like and then up next to the person. But if you just keep your center line and all your tanda, will never work. I have to cut the center line and then I can go. Can you see the difference?
Oh yeah. I feel the difference.
So what do you feel when this is the explanation of your the difference between this or between this?
This one is more physical. It's I can follow the coordination and do something. Mm-hmm. And this I'm just at the end of the way, mm-hmm. So I have to change something.
Oh, good, yeah, good.
So that's why I take pain.
Yes, to protect yourself.
Yeah, I feel I must do something for protection.
Exactly, yeah. Listen very well to this wise man. Move because you have to protect yourself. I have to do something for my protection. And I know I can say it again, I can write it down and I can shout it, I can repeat it many times. But I know there are people here who will receive it and feel the pain here. Think about the Sankyo I just explained, don't do it. You feel this intense, I don't mind. I don't have the ego like, oh, I'm going to prove that I can handle pain. My arm is broken, I don't care, I can still walk. I have another hand, and you chop it up. Yeah, Monty Python, you know. So, no use. So if I do it to you, like you're going up, and you cut my center line, I'm down, I'm safe, I feel nothing. It's really soft. And how does it feel for you?
No, nothing.
He cuts through air. Sensei says always like, he's like the sword, but he cuts through air. So I'm not standing here and you start to bleed slowly because I don't like to feel the pain, but slowly. Now he doesn't feel air. It's like pushing on a rock and I'm in pain. So it's no use. But when he comes again, I feel his intent and I move. I'm still connected. I'm not jumping away because I want to watch the lion. And that means, like, if he's somewhere not in the correct position, I will feel it and I can do something. So I'm always connected. I'm sensing what's going on. He did it very well the first time, so there was no space for me. I'm just taking my up to me. He comes, and then he steps forward. So very soft. And massage. You understand? You want to protect yourself? Please show me. Who wants to be protecting themselves? No? One person not. Be careful with your body. But really, I mean it. Show your hand, because I want to know that your awareness is aware. I want to protect myself. You don't want to protect yourself?
I do.
Hand, please. Yes. And I would say, yes, I want to protect myself. Right? No, I want to protect myself. Don't do it. Why? You want to have joint problems? Yeah, the Aikido is for health, so I'm supple and I'm one. Yeah, my joints are a bit destroyed. It was 40 years I received Nikio or Reikio. It's like, I don't see the use of that. There is some use to build strength here, but I don't know. I'm still young. I'll be 47 in a few weeks, but I feel already my body is changing, so I want to keep it supple. I think in the end it will be nice to have a more supple body instead of I did Aikido, so my knees are broken now and my back is sore. But I did Aikido, so I had some years where I was one and everything was great. Right, so I want to be safe. I want to protect myself. I come to you, you do the movement. Nothing hurt. Cut me. And I'm safe. You step forward. Great feeling. This is Aikido. You feel Aiki. Yeah. This.
It's strange next to the centre line there. You're never quite sure whether you're wanting to go off to the side or not. Don't kill them, guys. Yeah. Be gentle, but.
Dat is een beetje twijfelachtig.
Training doet man te klein. Man.
Ja, maar go all the way down to the right. Now we're getting somewhere. Yes. Where I'm doing it, getting there. Yeah. You know, I'm going to do all the way to the rocket. You start here. So it's near. Contact houden.
Dat is nog maar survival.
I can run away.
Whereas from there, I'm just quite early. You can still cut straight down.
You're opening the head. Yes. Of the old sounds and parts.
The steps you can drop down also. It is tiring. You're over here, your up went to there. Twist start for me. Go back, relax, go up straight first. It's what we do, push. No idea what that power follows with that trick.
like that part. It's like easy.
Yeah. Very much like moving together.
Okay?
Oh, right, okay.
Well, I'm 17 years.
Ja. Zeker met de kleintjes. Ja.
Oké. Weerstand. We proberen het op de vleugel te lossen. Zou je kunnen zeggen.
Als we even praktisch gaan doen, waardering, ben het goed voor de trein staan.
Ik vind wel een beetje duwen.
Wat is er mij? Sorry.
Okay. Someone said, yeah, good sounds. I don't say any names that I did. He knows. Yeah, good. I was looking at the movement. Cut, and then go forward to finish it. Still, you wanna. I see it happen a lot. So I was thinking about sword. If I want to cut, I'll be like this, and I want to cut, right? And then from here I can do something to go forward. But if I do this, it's a little bit funny, and it's unbalanced. So if I want to go forward, I cut, and I want to go forward. I feel I'm falling. I'm not balanced. I'm falling for a moment. So here I can cut in my back leg, cut, and then I shift forward because my front foot is still empty. Then I step and shift my way to the front foot. I don't say this is the only way to do an Ikkyo, Katadori Ikkyo, but if you get this in your system, it's a very easy way to practice to do a good movement. So he comes, I cut, and then I go forward. And it's always I feel cut. I don't think about him, I just move the universe. Universe was feeling like I'm gonna cut. Out, 2 directions, and I cut, and then I shift. Really funny feeling. It's like, I don't know. Let me see if I do wrong. It's like incorrect. It feels this pushing, this fighting against you makes it really tough for me. And if I don't do it, it's just quite light. I'm really keeping it to myself. Like I keep it within my boundaries. It's funny because in a way it could be really damaging if you cannot receive it, if you're kind of blind and go into it and I will do this. I give the energy back like that. Or the energy bounces back like that. It's not so good, but I stay within my boundaries. You decide to come in within and touch. That's great. It's okay that you touch, but then within my boundaries, I'm going to move. I'm going to move myself within my boundaries. And my boundaries is until here. Right? It's a bit of a respect in a simple way. And if I'm outside of my boundaries, I will go into you, into him, and start to push in him. So I don't stop with my hands. I claim this area. I do stratego, risk. I'm conquering Italy now. And I start with Marco's body. So I'm coming in and I try to conquer this and then I try to move him. But it's not working. So, oh, hold on, I just stay within my boundaries and I move myself. I think from the outside you don't see a difference, but you feel a difference, right? Can you explain that?
Yeah, in the second case, Italy say Italy and Netherlands say.
Yeah, and connected, that's also nice, yeah. And the first case?
The first case is more, yeah, we are fighting. So there is, your energy stops, and in some way I put my army to the boundaries. That because I want to answer.
Yes. You give an attack and you bring the army to respond to the attack.
Yeah.
Yeah, good thing. And you can hardly see a difference. I'm standing here and I'm inside him, or I'm at the boundaries. Can you see a difference on the outside? I think it's small, but you can see. What is then the difference? Because I don't see that.
I see relax. From the moment change, it relax.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, exactly. That's the feeling. Yeah, good. So I'm more tense to go into there, but I just relax because I'm only here. I just only move until my body. I move my body, my universe. To move as universe is not possible. Yeah. So that's why am I saying this? Because still a little bit is pushing, a little bit the sword cut like this. I cut and I move in. On earth, I land, and I cut, and I move in. My cut is to him. Nice. And do it now a little bit more dynamic. So come, cut. Yeah. Let's try. En nou loopt hij. En Tom en Robert Land. Straks naar voren. Yes. Het gemak over je straal gewoon uit. Ja, dat is gewoon te makkelijk. Zo niet zo goed. Ja.
Dit was niet de kat. Volgende keer de wat rustiger in. Dat ging echt gewoon heel klein beetje. Zo voelen. Hoe gaat het?
It worked well.
Ja. Oh, I think I was twitching. Nah, I was just kind of. Okay. Yeah, okay.
There's ook nog harmony.
Yeah, and then move. Yeah, it went to the side. I'm almost doing that step within the arm.
Please stay in your position, it will be helpful because I still see people moving forward. Just stay in your position. Let's do this. So when I keep my front foot empty in the air, and then I put it up. So this will prevent you doing this. And I see it in all kinds of subtle ways, but don't shift to your front foot. Now this one is empty. Right? So lift up your front foot until he is down. In the air, cut, and then you put down and you walk forward. Just to help you. Don't do it like this, you will do strange Aikido. But for now, yes? Everybody can benefit from it.
You put down, man.
Je gaat al. Je raakt ook mooi.
That's a good start. Je kan maar een klein stukje en daarna ga je bewegen en dan valt hij ernaast. Die kan ik niet doen.
Oh nee, dat ken ik wel. Oh, sorry.
Ik kan niet doen. Ik kan dan niet zo naar beneden waar je naartoe komt. Dit is nog een reaching.
Kijk je? Dat is 3.
Ja.
doe niet wat probeer veel verder te
verandert heel veel, hè?
Snijden door jouw hoofd. Dan kan ik gewoon echt verder. Nou, dan valt hij.
Stop twisting on the hand. Just after the cut start.
Dit is echt een verschil.
Ja.
Ja, lijkt het wel, maar het is
You, whereas I would carry on twisting it backwards.
Ik.
Ja, ik zie bijna geen verschil. Als jij blijft staan, naast je kan blijven staan. Je doet het, adresseer het niet. Adresseer niet zijn
Dat kan wel iets heel anders zijn.
zijn houding van onder druk zit.
Very vulnerable.
What if so I would be
Je bent ook niet echt aan het aanvallen.
I'm twisting I'm twisting around on the bed. Yeah, I'm doing this.
Eerst intentie.
Yeah, keep my posture.
Because you can touch it. You're still at home. But if you're here, you give up.
Ja, goed zo. Het is je verjaardag. Ja.
We hebben nog 6 minuten door.
Totally relaxed. You don't feel anything. That was good for me.
Now I can. Yeah, but extension. Just extension. You think there was that arm in Jensen?
Yeah, you're true. I was slacking.
Wow. See if I tried to
Die zijn zo gewerkt.
Maar still
Yeah, maybe it's perfect. I don't know. Feels
Team runs division.
twist a little, and you see the joint. Step to this. You see? That's it.
From here.
Yeah, no, listen.
Yeah, but I should come as you come down. I should move back down into the weight. What I Yeah, now I've twisted round going yeah. Yeah, that's actually. Yeah, and you've got I'm trying to work it also. Okay.
Zo moeilijk om dan helemaal naar boven te gaan. Right, can't you? I didn't go behind you.
Now your arm is itchy.
So simple.
Country boy. Country boy Aikido. Yeah, Joe Bob. Press my play. Put me on the pressure board. With that play. It's on the move. Yeah. We don't hope wel, maar ook
Zonder een fighting image te hebben. Intens. If you were doing it by the hand, okay, you're good at doing it. All the time. Like this.
Oh, dat is plat.
Ja.
Zo kan ik het.
Oh ja, dat gaat heel lang.
Yeah, nice. Time flies when you're having fun, but also when you want to relax the truth when a seminar stops. You did it. Good feeling. I think you did with most of the people, and your ukumi is very good. Very soft, connected. Very nice feeling. Still practicing. Yeah, nice. First, let's just sit in some light in front of that.
Het is best wel groot te zeggen.
Iets groter dan normaal. Yeah, good. Nice. Great. Wonderful. Did you enjoy it?
Yes. Very much.
Nobody says no.
No, I loved it.
Yes, yes, why do you say yes?
You could do with it being a little cooler next time.
Yeah. We have some snow
sometimes. And if you can get us snowed in again, that works well as well.
No, that will be cooler.
Yeah.
But only if it snows.
The next seminar will be in November, so it will be cooler. So, looking forward to that. Next June we have a seminar with Peter Kelly around this time in June, end of June next year. So you're also welcome to come. It's 3 days again like last time, so you can benefit one travel and get more teachings from him. Yeah, nice. So let's not forget to take a good picture and we thank each other after that. We have to figure out who takes the photo and then maybe switch. I saw Mama walking in with Rowan, but I don't know if she's gone. Did someone see it?
She went that way.
So maybe outside we will check.
He's probably on the slide.
I think, yeah, you're very right. Yeah. More experience with that. For sure, in the playground.
Father of misbehaving children.
Wat is het about the photo?
So that's good. Again, we did some dynamic movements, so I'm happy we reached that point, and that's also good to, because that's Aikido. The rest is not Aikido. It's just explanations, it's parts, and in the end we were moving more dynamic. So I hope you could experience everything we were doing this weekend in those movements. And as always, I'm curious about experiences, and especially when you grew, when you learned something, what kind of shifted your perception or operates a new awareness of like just practical things. But did someone have some kind of jump, some kind of feeling like, hey, this was much better than before, or not?
The Aikido was just a minute ago. The Aikido was just a minute ago. We were going to the centre.
Yeah. And what do you mean? What do you notice?
Well, it's more effective and more direct, and it's like you said, less flashy.
Oh yeah. It's funny, less flashy and more effective. It's interesting, yeah.
I think your point about keeping the front foot light and in the air stops you sort of going into the rest of the technique too quickly.
Yeah.
It's kind of, you're checking yourself in that position.
Yeah. And good sound I hear.
Sorry, I'm playing my deep row.
Yeah, I hear some good sounds. I like it. So, and you can figure it out now yourself because there's so many steps. But if I'm here and I rotate this is empty. So what will be the next thing that happens? Remember Kendall Sensei teaching this literally about the front like in Ikeo. What will happen next? Empty, land, but this is not in line with my hip, so we will rotate. Why do I rotate? To get this in front. So you just keep on rotating and move forward. But you probably already thought of it, so. But I just say it to be obvious. So it doesn't end there with an empty foot. Then it's a moon shadow foot, it's empty, it lands, you transfer weight and you rotate, you spiral up. So the spiral movement goes to the other empty leg and then you spiral there. Well, the other one has no option, it's just the universe is moving with that.
With the Aikido, you're not actually forcing it forward and pushing it forward, you're just going down into that void almost.
Exactly.
That would be the other thing you're saying.
Yeah. Perpendicular, 90 degrees. Exactly. Sensei again and again, 90 degrees, 90 degrees. This is not 90 degrees. Aikido's only up and down. It's so easy.
With the occasional 45 degree?
Yep. And dropping down. Good. Just something else, whatever comes to mind. Did you enjoy or whatever you want to share? If this is something we can do better.
Watching the it's inspiring and seeing how you change over the years, things you've had in, and it's sort of you set it up, and it's really good to see, and it's very clear about what you're doing and what your weight and your rotation is doing, and that's become clearer and clearer. And you can see and open what we see, maybe.
Yeah. Both, yeah. It's funny, you're saying now literally what it's more clear to myself. So it's more clear to myself, it's the only thing. Yeah. And I'm interested, of course, because you see me for a long time, quite a few of you, but you're in the seminars for like many years. What is the difference you notice? Get old, yeah. But The old pictures you see me like this.
Oaky body.
Yeah, empty body.
Sounds like it.
More spiraling, more rotation.
Yes.
More power.
Less movement, more power.
Oh yeah. More grounded.
I haven't seen you for very long to compare, like over a long time, but everything is just very relaxed. When they say with power, but it's power within relaxation. Because I always find sometimes if people say things like power and grab and force, like sometimes that makes you think and be more tense. Like, oh yeah, power, you know, I've got to be strong. But like, I'm not that strong, like physically. But I find that, you know, I could still move someone, throw someone or whatever who is, you know, who would be able to arm wrestle me to the ground or something like that. So it's sort of the power within the relaxation. And every time that I've taken a page on you, it's always just very relaxed and that kind of full of nothing that everyone keeps saying, or full of empty, which sounds like a paradox. And it kind of is, but it's sort of trying to achieve that as well. It's just, it feels really good, and I keep trying to get there myself.
Yeah, great. Yeah. So to feel it a lot, so you know the feeling now. Yeah. And the paradox means it's overcoming duality, so it's good, empty and full. So there's no duality anymore, and that's really powerful.
Something that moved my mind today. That's not just going to help me in Aikido but in daily life is when you said about when it's how if you fear it and try and either fight it or run away from it, then it becomes very difficult for yourself. But if you connect with it first, make a connection, and I think that's quite good for things in daily life as well. And then work with it and make the connection.
Yeah, and if you get a little scared, which is possible, what's possible, heaven and earth. Feel the earth and the heaven, and then connect. Because sometimes you lose this connection and and then the fear overtakes it. Just this connection will help you to have enough energy or confidence to stay connected.
Training with everybody. And your club has shrunk a little bit in the last few years, and you're practicing with the same people all the time, which is brilliant because you're all pulling each other up. But you start wondering whether you can do it because you can actually do it, or because you're used to the patterns of the other person and you're used to predicting that when you do this, they will do that. And so you feel like you're falling into that trap of making shapes rather than doing Aikido. And so it was nice to train with all the different people and share all your energy, but also remind myself that actually, no, I can do Aikido, I'm not just following the shapes. And sometimes you are just following the shapes, but even then, you've still got some of that structure there and you can still feel what needs to change. So thank you all, because that was fun.
Great feedback again and again. You really
the energy is always positive here.
Yeah. But how do we do that? Have positive energy.
We have some magnets on the mat.
That's
also in Belgium, they put only the positive parts inside. But don't tell the secret.
No, the negatives that holds the mats to the ground.
That's
Is that what they positive comes up?
Yeah, it's good to hear that. We enjoy it too, and everybody coming here, even from within Holland, it's quite a trip, and then your planning and your work and everything. I know, I'm aware of that. From other countries, you work, but you come late at night or early in the morning, or you leave early again. It's like
it's a part of the game.
Part of the game. Yeah. From Manchester, like you and also, I'm very glad you made it this time, and then brought the core of the dojo. It's like wonderful. Paul is also very inspiring now, so we practice again more. Yeah, sorry, I'm pushing.
See you on Wednesday.
When you finish all the extra work, you
will be there. You will be there. To come here, sometimes people push themselves out of their comfort zone, but always go home with motivation, inspiration.
Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah. Jude also. I know Jake also wants to come someday, and it will be nice.
He will be pushing.
Within your boundaries.
Well, if you come in your van, you can always sort of set them up.
We stay there with you.
Rose from Germany, you get used to our group now, but you also come to the seminar, so I'm very also see the improving of everybody who comes here. It's nice. Fantasticum, the future generation, the youth. So it's like to see you. It's a bit exciting, like, oh, what's going on? What do we have to do? It's wonderful that you're here and just allow it and just try it. That's all. It's great. So, and if I forget anyone, also from our dojo, it's like wonderful that you're all here, make it happen. So thank you very much. Also the ones that are not here at the moment. You also, I think you never practice, but you come to the seminars, and so we see you sometimes in England or here.
Correct.
You're always welcome. So I also see the improvement in you, like from harder, a little less hard. So it's good. Please come again if you want. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you, Taylor. It's the same as intuition, so when you do key, you just know. Arigato.
Sorry? Jake shunts your fan. Oh yeah,